So I bought a bunch of Game Informer magazines from the Xbox 360, Wii, and PS3 era, and there was one specifically that stood out to me. This one. It claims to have the top 50 games of 2012, and I want to go back, look at this list, and see what I think about it. Now, it's important to know that 2012 is probably one of the weakest years in modern gaming history as far as games go. So, I'm going to go track down this list in the magazine, and I'll be right back. So I found the list, and it's not in order, which, as we know, is pussy shit to give a list that's not in order. So there's 10 games that have like bigger blurbs than the rest. So we'll count that as the top 10, but I'll go through the rest of them first. Starting off with Paper Mario Sticker Star. This game is awful. Don't know how it's in the top 50. Might be like the top 50 worst games of all time. Far Cry 3 being this low is a travesty. Far Cry 3 is not the greatest game ever, don't get me wrong, but in a year that's as weak as 2012, it should definitely be in the top 10, as should Black Ops 2, the best Call of Duty. Now, I love Virtue's Last Reward. It would be in my top 2, probably. Amazing game. I would not expect it in the Game Informer GameStop magazine to be that high, so I'm glad it's at least, mentioned. And Dishonored also did not get its own section, which is pretty insulting. Prototype 2, I have a buddy who really loves Prototype. He doesn't love it. Xenoblade Chronicles being sandwiched between these two is pretty insulting. Now we'll start going through the top 10, starting with Halo 4. Now, I'm not a big Halo fan myself, but from what I've heard from Halo fans, that this game is not very good. XCOM Enemy Unknown. This game reviewed very well at the time. I don't know much about it because no one really talks about this game anymore, so I would assume it's probably not as good as Dishonored or Far Cry 3. And I was trying to hide the FIFA 13 from you all when I was talking about 2K13 annual sports game, and it's not even in the golden age of annual sports game. And now we have Borderlands 2. This is supposedly the pinnacle of Borderlands. This is another one that's a real head scratcher for me. Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Not even a mainline Tekken game. Now we have Darksiders 2. I don't think this game is particularly good either. Come on. And The Walking Dead, which I think is the best game that came out in 2012. That's just my opinion. So good thing it's here at least. Now we have Journey for the PS3. I've never played this one. I don't know anyone who has played it, so I'm not very familiar with it. Next we have Final Fantasy 13 too. Now I'm sure out of, maybe like 1,000 people will watch this video, I'm sure 0 of you have played this game, so we'll move on. And the best game of the year, according to Game Informer in 2012, was Mass Effect 3. Now, I know 2012, not exactly a stacked year for games, but come on.